Sports fans, welcome in. I wanted to do something a little different for this video. I've been doing some Ohio State stuff that I've been recording, and obviously everyone that watches this is probably an Ohio State fan. But today I wanted to share my experience with Road to Glory in College Football 25. I just recently hustled through like a 4-year career with a wide receiver just so I could form an opinion on this video, because obviously a lot of people that are going to watch this are college football fans or gaming fans, and I'm a gamer at heart. I'm 22. I feel like I'm allowed to play some video games for a little bit more. Maybe I should go out and get a job. I have a full-time job, I promise. That's why you see less of these videos and more of the shorts. With that being said, I ran through a Road to Glory career with a wide receiver, and I want to start out by saying that the game mode is fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed getting to play through 4 years, getting to go through the transfer portal, getting to go to practice, play in big games. You know, playing the national championship, the presentation felt real. The commentators made the big games feel like big games. So I don't want this to just seem like a video of me trashing the video game, because I thought the game was fantastic overall. Dynasty, Road to Glory, even Ultimate Team I enjoyed playing, Play Now, whatever it was. I put about 5 days of real life time on the game, which is a lot less than a lot of people put on. I feel like I'm valid to share this reason as someone that played NCAA 14, that played a lot of Maddens in between, and played College Football 25. What I want to go over today is the issues with the game mode, because I can tell you there's a couple, and a lot of them have already been confirmed to be fixed, but I just want to share with what my biggest issues were, and hopefully all 5 of these get changed. The biggest issue I had, I'm going to try to put pictures on the screen for like what I'm talking about, just so you as the audience can see what I'm talking about if you don't know. But the first thing that I feel like was the most annoying part of playing Road to Glory was how bad the play selection was. Now, I was trying to make it realistic where I just chose the first play available most of the time. I know it gives you some play changes once you get the coach trust, but a lot of the times the play selection was really bad. Like, it was like screen pass, and it was not just one screen pass. Like, I'm cool with a couple of screen passes a game, but it was like one every like set of downs. Like, it was like second down, okay, screen, okay, we're inside zone. It's, you know, standard run that gets blown up. And the play just was not going to work from the start. I feel like what they could do, and I saw what they're going to do with the new game, it's got to be better balanced. Because there's no reason why on 3rd and 20 I should be running up the middle when I need to put together a drive to win. Right? I guess situational awareness, because at the time I'm a 90 overall receiver as a junior, and it's 3rd and 20, and they want to run like a halfback screen. It's like, how about we dial up at least a play that goes beyond the line of scrimmage, or at least goes to the number 1 receiver? I mean, even if I'm not targeted on the play, if I can run a route that makes me feel like, hey, if I get the ball here, I got a chance at picking this first down up. Like, it felt like there was a lot of plays that I was running where I'm like, all right, it's another RPO where I'm just gonna, you know, stand here and the guy's gonna throw it over my head. Like, you kind of figure out if it was an option route on an RPO, that if you cut it back, he's gonna throw it to you and you're gonna be behind the line of scrimmage, or he's not gonna see you cut quick enough and he's gonna throw it over your head. I definitely threw a couple picks calling for the ball, but that's on me. With that being said, my fix for it is just better understanding of the situation. Like, there's too many. If the offense is air raid, right, then there's no reason why on 4 straight plays you're giving me running plays. All right, you're giving me the shot of the ball at one point if I'm a wide receiver. And this goes the same for if you're quarterback, running back. If you're a run-heavy team and they keep suggesting, you know, spread offense, like 5 wide, I'd be confused. Unless it matches the play style of the team, then that's kind of on you for transferring there. Also, love the transfer portal. But that's number 1, just give me better play choices. I mean, I know they're adding a couple hundred plays to the game, which is fantastic. Just if it felt like the play choices, even if when it would only give me a set of 3, were still like really bare. And some of the choices were the same. Like, if I hit the Y button on Xbox to go to like the 2 other play choices, sometimes 2 or 3 of them would be the exact same. They're all inside zone. It's like, bro, let me air the ball out. And luckily I could audible, and but that just felt like I was breaking immersion. I'm the wide receiver. Like, oh, let's change up the whole play, guys. I know that no one can hear me because of the stadium pulse and it's a national championship, but change up the play, guys. With that being said, the number 2 suggestion, this is going to tie into Madden 26 because the game mode is, I guess, I don't know, linear or progressive. Like, you can play College Football 26 and bring your player into Madden 26, which is awesome, by the way. That is a great feature that should have been in the game. Oh, I guess it couldn't have been in the game, but it's great that it's in the game. I don't like in Madden, because I just figured this out a couple days ago, that you're an instant starter already. So this also is probably a separate issue, but I won the Heisman, was a 99 overall, won the national championship and my conference championship in my senior year, and I went in the NFL at a 66 overall. I mean, at least make me like an 80. Like, when Jeremiah Smith goes into the draft, he's going to be like an 83. I mean, that seems fair. I mean, come on, man, make me an 80. Let me at least get some play time. But I guess how they balance that, it's so overcorrective, is making you the instant starter. Like, I got drafted by the Falcons at 8th overall, which is weird that happened because I'm sharing the pick with Michael Penix, but whatever, to each their own. I don't know how you even fix that. And they got me starting over Drake London, and Drake London's a good to great receiver. I mean, I think he's an 88, 89 overall guy in Madden. I could be totally talking out of my butt, but I just feel like there's got to be a better suggestion for that. I'm a 66. I would be like 5th on the depth chart, which that's its own issue. But make me 5th on the depth chart if I'm 5th on the depth chart. There's no reason why I should instantly be wide receiver 1. Now, if they put me at an 80, I'm wide receiver 2. On some teams, I might be wide receiver 3. That's fine. Like Jackson Smith-Njigba gets drafted to the Seahawks. He's a 78, and he's wide receiver 3. Even though he was great in college, he was a wide receiver 3 because of DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. Now he's wide receiver 2. Now he's wide receiver 1. Feels like the progression there between just instant starter. My main issue with that was being an instant starter. I don't think I should be starting over Drake London. And if you're the quarterback and you get drafted by the Ravens because that's the team that drafts you, you're instantly starting over Lamar. It's like, well, hold on now. Like, let's be a little more realistic here. To go back to the college football 25 landscape, checking out my phone, coach trust being wonky is what I have written. And what I mean by that, I think it was after my freshman year, or after my, no, yeah, it was after my freshman year. So I had finally went to practice my entire freshman year at Buffalo, the MAC team, and worked my way up to wide receiver 2 to the point, or maybe wide receiver 3. I was either 2 or 3. I ended up having a couple catches for 100 yards on the season because they only put me in for like a game because I didn't figure out the sliders until like week 8. Once I worked my way up to wide receiver 2, I wasn't even as high overall as those guys, but I'm not really concerned about that. The coach had trusted me and he was going to put me in the game. Start of next year, I was down to like wide receiver 7 again. Like, well, hold on now. Like, what happened? Like, I'd worked up the coach trust throughout the whole season. Now, the only thing I can think is maybe the coach got fired and the coach don't trust anyone anymore, but I don't think that was it. I'm pretty sure I had the same coach. It didn't tell me, whatever. I'm going to assume that's not what it was. If that's the issue, there's got to be a better system. And I think they've implemented a better system to carry over coach trust throughout the years. And this happened to me too when I transferred to UCLA after my second year. I started out at the wide receiver 3 or 4. I was like an 80 overall, which I was fine with. And within like 4 games, I'm wide receiver 1. And I'm taking over the entire college football league. You know, we made it to the championship and lost. Start of year 4, my senior year, I come back into the league. I'm like a 91 overall. I should be wide receiver 1. And for week 1, they had me at wide receiver 2. And I had to like battle the guy again. I'm like, I just won like best wide receiver in the year, and you got me at wide receiver 2 to a guy with a lower overall. Maybe that's a whole coach trust thing, but either way, it felt like that should be better balance. Those are 3 of the things. I've got 2 more to share before we get up out of here. I'm not going to waste y'all's time. Number 4, this one's a personal thing. Lack of story. Now, I don't know what I mean by story, but I feel like 2K My Career does a good job of this, of actually making you have a character. Now, in this one, it was just like a text message. I guess what I want is like a 2K open world type thing, maybe. And I feel like that's still years away. But it feels like how there's like, I think it's My Park or something, my whatever it's called. The My Career, where you can like go out, My City, maybe it's the city. You can go out and like walk around, engage with other people. That feels like something that EA should probably put into their games. Do some quests throughout there. I'm so down to do that in college football and Madden, by the way, and I'm sure everybody is, but I don't know the issues with copyright and stuff like that. That feels like more of a niche thing, more of a me thing, and I know a lot of people really don't care for the My Career story, and they just want to play the games, and you can do that in 2K. And so if you could do that in 2K, you could do it in EA, or you could do it in, Madden or college football, where you could just play the games and not go through the story. I would choose a story. Like, I liked being the underrated kid from high school, goes into college and, has a good year and now is like a role player and gets drafted second round, works his way out, whatever. I like that. I like that part. I like the immersion. There's going to be a central theme to this at the end that I'm going to share, and maybe it's going to be a hot take, but I'm going to get there after this. But basically, my point is that there should be a story of some kind. There should be some sort of real life aspect to it where your character isn't just a guy you created, but instead he's in this world, right? Like people engage with this person in like a real life interaction, even if it's just my teammate after, like in the locker room after the game. Now, the last thing on here, this thing is something that is not really college football 26 related. I really liked feeling like a college kid in college football 25, where like I would go to practice, I would do my classes, I graduated after 3 years, I came back. But as soon as it got into Madden 26, as soon as my player gets in there, it's like nothing. Like nobody really cares about you. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but like what you did those 4 years at college don't really matter. Like, it feels like there should be a better way to transition to the league. Like, right now, we're watching these guys. I don't even know you can name any player in the league right now. Lamar Jackson is the one that I went to in my head. I remember him for his defining moment in his life is probably that game against Florida State when he was at Louisville. As for the good moments in his life, not the bad playoff losses or the choking or the bad play, but where he throttles like top 10 Florida State in a game and it really puts him onto the scene. Like, it feels like there should be like monumental moments that you could go through in college or high school that kind of make your character who they are. Like, Trevor Lawrence won a national championship. Devontae Smith was a Heisman. All I saw in the superstar mode in Madden was like a tweet from like Charles Davis. I was like, Heisman winner drafted by the Falcons. And that was it. That's all anyone really cared about. I don't have the exact fix for a lot of these issues, and so I don't want to just feel like I'm complaining. But one thing I do know is that if you're on board with AI, which you can use it for good things. Like, I personally used it for my career, for my road to glory on College Football 25. I would input the stats that I had from the game as well as the situation around me, and I built up a story for my guy, and it was awesome. Like, my whole year, I waited till I was at UCLA, I think, to do this. I like every week, I'm talking to this AI robot on my phone. I'm like, dude, we're 3-1 now, and I got a game against top 10 Illinois. Illinois is undefeated, and then I got to play these next games, like, and it would like, do you want me to make a 12-team playoff for you? Do you want me to do like scenarios on what you need to win out? The point is, I think you could somehow use AI to do a lot of these things to make, I mean, not as far as like choosing better plays. That doesn't feel AI like, unless they want to use it to like match the coach's style, which I think they're already doing in Madden. But as far as like the story elements or like just more details, feel like AI could really help with that. And this isn't an AI topic. I know a lot of people are scared or don't know about AI or don't use it or think it's the devil or whatever. I just use it to make my game more fun. And I literally type into ChatGPT, hey, this is my name. I'm a 6'4 receiver, 217 from this area. I transferred from here. And it would write up game articles for me after every week. That's what I had to do. I'd have it write up game articles and do like a picture of my player. And it would be cool. It'd be like if you were at UCLA and you got like the newspaper, which nobody does anymore. But like, you know, you go online, you read, like I went to UCF, you'd read like the UCF game log, or I'd write them for tennis or whatever sport it was sometimes. And it would do like a whole game recap for me. And it would talk about next week, UCLA faces top 10 Michigan in the big house. And it was like, and it would give like the record and stuff like that. Anywho, it made like the games more impactful instead of just Michigan next week, you know? And I think that's something that AI could really help with. It can help with the storytelling. It can help with the little details in the game to make at least our experience playing Road to Glory and Superstar Mode more impactful, more immersive. And that's all we really want. Moral of the story is the game itself I thought was great. Road to Glory was, I guess, I don't want to say bare bones, but it was year one of this on a console, and I feel like they did a good job with it. And I only expect it to get better in year two. I've already seen some changes that make what I'm talking about getting solved, but it feels like if I were a dev on an EA team, which I've applied to be, this is what I would do. And I'm hoping that with this platform, it could pick up a little traction and maybe people can share some thoughts. Like, if you played more than one Road to Glory, because I only played one, let me know down below if what I'm talking is absolutely true, or hey, not true, or I don't like that, I do like that. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to engage with y'all. I'm here trying to talk sports, talk games, talk whatever. Mostly Ohio State football, go Bucks. And if that's your thing, subscribe. With that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, do all that cool stuff, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.